Hello, so it's Monday, and for today's vlog and probably the next few days I'm going to be doing my self-care routine. So I was going to start it basically with an everything shower. Essentially I'm just going to wash my hair and do my skincare and everything. That usually makes me feel a lot better, and I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things, honestly, with like job applications, trying to make that more of like a routine in my life, and also editing vlogs and figuring out kind of what I want to do and how I want to do it. I wanted to do self-care vlog because I've been watching so many people do their self-care routines. I'm like, oh, that'd be super fun to do, especially since I've been like watching a lot of them. So I'm gonna start with a shower. I'm gonna run through my Dyson routine very quickly, probably a minimal one, just because I think I've talked about the Dyson a lot or like done it a lot. And then I'm gonna do my skincare. That might be it for today, and then show you guys a couple more things tomorrow, like reading. Like I wanted to talk about book club and like the book that I've been reading because it's been super good. So much better after I shower. It's actually night and day, which I love. Only if it's a hair wash day. So I finished showering and I'm gonna do my skincare now, which is my favorite part of my whole self-care routine. Something about it's so refreshing, like makes my face and my whole mood just feel so much better. And I love chatting while I do my skincare. I just feel like that's the part of vlogs that I really like to watch from like other creators. I started vlogging with that camera now, hoping for better quality, but it's so strange because I can't see myself. So I'm just looking, I'm hoping that I'm like in frame and everything's okay. I'm glad that I figured out the mic issue because now at least I can like talk to you guys a bit more clear. Like I can walk around and stuff and not worry about the audio quality being pretty garbage. Anyway, so I'm just using this toner, which I think I've talked a lot about my skincare routine, but I've simplified it a lot just because I do feel like the more complicated I made it, like with all these different serums and everything, the worse my skin actually got. I don't know if other people find that, but I feel like I've narrowed it down now just to like a toner, face cream, pimple cream, and eye cream, and it has just made my skin so much better. If you look back at like past videos that were from like basically last year, my skin was so much worse. I just couldn't get a handle of it, so I don't really know, but it's a lot better now. I do usually feel better after I wash my hair. It's just something that, even though I don't love showering, and I feel like showering is something that's been pretty difficult for me to do, I like washing my hair. It makes me feel so much more refreshed. And I really needed that hair wash. Like I can make it to like day 2, but day 3 hair is just so different. It's so greasy. And I didn't have time yesterday to wash my hair basically, so I had to get it to day 3, and it was just so gross. So I know there's like different types of self-care. There's like physical health, mental wellness. Reading has helped me in terms of like my mental health. Like I think reading has been one of those things that has allowed me to almost like get away from reality a little bit, escaping all my troubles and everything and going into like a completely different world. Oh yeah, eye cream is the next step. But yeah, that has helped so much, and I talked about this before, but I'm reading like the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. I'm on to the 3rd book now, and it's taken such a twist, like not what I expected out of the series and like where it was gonna go. Although it's not like I knew or like had an idea of where it was gonna go. I just didn't expect it to turn like it did. I see why people were so in love with that 2nd book, because that was such a good book. I couldn't put it down. I was reading that book night and day. I just couldn't get enough of it. And I feel like where it left off, or like how it left off, made me even more curious and wanting to read that 3rd book, which I wasn't sure how she was gonna keep like readers engaged. People have been reading this for years now, and I'm only hopping onto it now, but I definitely get it. I wish, if anything, that I had started reading it sooner. But I am grateful that all 5 books are out, so I don't have to wait to see what happens to the characters. Amazing. Maybe we can call that good planning on my part. It's just so silly because I was reading that 1st book like last year, and I fell off with it just as the book was gonna get really good. I obviously didn't know, and then didn't read any book for like the next 6 months. And then now that I hop back into it, I'm like, oh wow, I was literally pages away from a really good part of the book. And then everything has been good since, like the 2nd book and even the start of this 3rd book has been very interesting. I've done my whole skincare routine now. It makes me feel so much better. Like I actually feel refreshed and ready for the day, even though it's like almost 4 o'clock, but I do feel better. I'm probably gonna go and read for the rest of the day until I do my hair, and then probably continue to read. I just wanted to show you guys another self-care thing that I like to do, which is I have this notebook and I write everything down in it. And basically I have this like brainstorm page, a to-do page, but it's not organized in that way. And I feel like why this helps me a lot is because with ADHD, I get overwhelmed really easily. And in the past, what I've tried to do was to make it super organized, like have a page for everything, for brainstorm, for all these different things. And I ended up falling off of it because it was too complicated to keep up. I would have to add more pages to do, or like plan out like how many pages I wanted in the week in a certain section for brainstorming, and it just got like super overwhelming. So what I do now is I literally just whatever I'm thinking of, I pick a page and I just start writing it. And so this is like what it looks like, and I choose any color. I don't even care if it's neat or whatever, and I just try to get all my thoughts onto the page. That has helped me a lot, I think, because it is so easy to get overwhelmed with ADHD. But I was thinking if I shared this, it might help anybody out, like getting over that hurdle of like, oh, it has to be perfect or it has to look super neat and like really pretty and aesthetic. I was like, okay, time and place to do all those things. But when it comes to my thoughts, because it's so chaotic, like up here, I was like, this book is just gonna be whatever. It's gonna be ugly. I'm gonna write down anything and everything onto the page and not even care. Like, as long as it gets out of my head so I have enough space in there to think or do anything else, I'm like, okay, that, we'll call that a win. Anyway, so that's my thing. I know a lot of people like to journal or like keep diaries. That has never worked for me personally, so that's why I thought I would share this to see if it would help anybody else. Okay, so basically my hair dried a lot faster than I thought it would, so it's only been half an hour. So what I was gonna do instead of like my normal round brush kind of blowout look was I was just gonna do like a straight hair kind of look. That was the plan anyways. I came back from Adam's, so my Dyson's in like a travel kit. What I find helps me, especially because sometimes self-care is a little bit difficult, right? Like it's very difficult to be on top of all of this every single day, or like however often you're washing your hair. For me, it's like every other day. I find it a lot easier when I simplify certain things. So like a straight haired look is a lot easier than having to like go section by section and blow out my hair. Just to make like the process a bit easier, that's what I decided to do. Okay, so I know this camera angle might be a bit weird. I don't know if I'm gonna end up keeping this. This is more just to show you the Dyson and everything, but I really love this travel kit, so I'll show you guys. It's like this. I love that it came with this. It makes it a lot easier to travel with. See? Easy peasy. So I was gonna try to do like a little ASMR kind of thing for my hair. So we'll see what I land on in editing. So what I like to do is I like to like blow dry it out a lot before I use like that straight brush like this one. I don't know if that's in frame. Just because I find that the drier it is, the less frizzy it gets. Okay, so this is the finished hair. It's really simple. Like I feel like it doesn't look too different from after I let it air dry, but it's just a bit more neat, a little bit less frizzy, which is what I like. And it takes like 5 minutes, super quick, and it still, you know, makes me feel a little bit better. Feels a bit more clean, like I'm a little bit more put together. So anyways, that's super quick. Honestly, what's left of this vlog is just gonna be me doing my sheets, because I find making my bed, not just making it, but like getting into a freshly made bed, like new sheets and everything, makes me feel more refreshed or more organized almost in my own life. So I'm gonna go and do that and wash out the old sheets. morning. So I just made my tea and I've been doing a little bit of reading. So I'm on like the 3rd book of this series. I'm so invested. I spent my entire morning reading. I feel like I can't put it down. This whole series is just so good. Like on the edge of my seat, you know? I normally make a tea every morning, and I made this one also, but this one's like a lower caffeine one because my dad's bringing me bubble tea. I don't know, something about having a warm drink in the morning though does help me in terms of like some semblance of a routine and just like feeling a bit better. And then I'm just gonna fold up my laundry that I did yesterday. Didn't get a chance to fold it yesterday, so I'll do it today. And that's basically everything that I do for self-care. It's not like too much. Very basic things, I would guess, like just showering and stuff, but makes a difference sometimes. And yeah, reading. I feel like getting off screens and like not, I mean, okay, granted the e-reader is still a screen, like you can see. It's still a screen and I know that, but it's not as harsh of a screen as like my phone or my computer. So I do find that I'm able to look at it for a little bit longer and I feel like a little bit more relaxed and my eyes don't feel as strained. So I think just taking time to read has helped not just my mental health, but physical health too, because I find that even after a few hours of gaming or like staring at my screen from like editing or something, my eyes like right here and like my head kind of just like hurt. They kind of feel like that strain. So taking a little break. And then the last thing I want to say is going on a walk is probably something that I should do more often than I do. I always mean to go on more walks than I do because I know that would help my physical health and mental health all in one. But I think in the winter it's a lot harder for me to get outside just because it is cold. So I'm gonna try to make that a daily thing, hopefully, once it gets a little bit warmer. That's the plan anyways. Other than that, I don't have too much planned today. I am gonna stream at some point today, I think, just play a few games. And let me know if any of you guys are reading this series, A Court of Thorns and Roses. I just need someone to talk to about it because it is that good. It is so good. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this is like basically the end of the vlog. I just wanted to chat and say that I'm going to the gym, which is like one of the last self-care things I do for myself. I try to go at least 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, but I don't always get there. Obviously, I find the gym to be one of those things that's pretty difficult, that I know it's good for me, but I find it so hard to like get the energy to go, which sucks. But I got the energy today. I'm pushing myself a little bit, so I'm gonna go and do legs, and I try to do legs at least twice a week and then an upper body day. I have severely fallen off of the gym. I used to go 5 times a week and now I find it even hard to do 3, so that's really unfortunate. But that's, I think, something that's super good for my health, some movement in the day. If it's not that, hopefully I can get into walking. Yeah, that's everything for this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and it would mean a lot if you subscribed and liked this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.